Okay, so today we are doing 4.11 and we are learning about Verkehrsmittel vergleichen. And the goal for today is to compare means of transportation. So let's start with the grammar and we are going to learn about how to use in and nach and aus and von with countries and islands, right? So in German, they have countries with articles and countries with no articles, which in English we don't have anything like that, right? But German, some of the countries they are masculine, some to they are feminine, some to they are neuter, and some to they are plural. So mostly the A1 class, we focus on the class that they are not having any article, like Deutschland, Italian, Canada, and so on, and even Ghana, right? So these countries, they are neuter countries and they are not having any article. But when you advance, you learn some of the countries with the masculine with articles, and that's what we are doing today. So we have here masculine countries like the Iran, the Sudan, the Lebanon, and feminine countries like the Shivites, the Turkey, the Mongolai, and some of the plural countries. We have the USA and so on, right? So we are going to learn how to talk about these countries. If you want to say that you are going to these countries or not, right? And an example here is going to be Ich fahre nach Deutschland. So let's pick it let's pick it like stages. So we are first going to start with the neuter countries, that is countries with no articles. And we have an example is Deutschland, Italian, Spanian, and Canada. And these countries, so we have wohin, right? That means that where are you going? And anytime that you want to say that you are going to some of these countries in German, then we are going to use nach, right? So ich fahre nach or ich reise nach. That means that I'm going towards this country when the country is not having any article. So we say that ich reise nach Deutschland. That means that I'm traveling to Germany or ich fahre nach, right? So when there is a movement, we are going to use what? Nach. And when there is no movement like wo, then we are going to use in, right? So ich bin in Deutschland implies that I am in Germany. And where you come from, which is the woher, we'll go with the aus, which is ich komme aus Deutschland. So since these ones here, the country is not having any article, there is no stress, and it's already the same thing that you already know from D1. Now let's check the countries with articles, right? Like country like the Shivites. If you want to say that you are going to the Shivites or any country with article, we cannot use nach. We are supposed to use in. So if I say that ich reise nach Shivites, it's wrong because Shivites is having an article. And in German, if the country is having an article, we are supposed to use what? In. So the right phrase is going to be ich reise in die Schweiz, not ich reise nach Schweiz, right? That one is going to be wrong. So, and this one is a two-case preposition word, right? So, since there is a movement, we are going to keep it in accusative feminine. So, is in then Iran. So, since there is a movement, it's going to be accusative masculine. And wir fliegen in the USA is going to be accusative plural. Okay. And if you're at one place, since it's having an article, still with the two-case rule, then it's going to be dative. So it being in the device, that is going to be that I am in Switzerland. So since you are at one place, then you have to change this article to what? Dative. Okay. Or is in Iran or in them Iran or wir sind in the USA. That implies that we are in USA. Okay. So if you're at one place, we can use the in, but if the country is having an article, since you are at one place, then you have to change the article to dative. And the next one is Bohe, which is the house, right? Trying to say the country that you come from. So mostly with Ghana is a neuter country. So we only say that each common house. But this house is a dative preposition. So if the noun is having an article like the Shivais and so on, then we are supposed to change it to what? Dative. That's why here is house plus what? Dative. So each common house, the Shivais is going to imply that I come from Switzerland, and air comes out, then Iran is going to imply that it comes from Iran, and Z coming out, then USA is going to imply that you come from USA. So if you use the house, then just have to change your noun towards dative. So that's the first part, right? And with islands too, we are going to use auf we are going to use auf for two functions when there is a movement, right? For wohin and auf for wo. Okay, and for woher we are going to use fon for islands. So if you want to say that you are going to an island, let's take like Akosombo Island, then here is going to be what? Auf. So that's what we have here. So each writer auf die Malediven, and since this one here is it's an island, then we are going to keep it in what? Accusative feminine. Yeah, and this one, since you are at one place, like Vonen, which is answering Vo, right? Each being Alf, then Malediven. So this one is Alf, is for him, right? That one, we are going to use Alf. So I'm going on the island, right? We don't say I'm going in the island, I'm going on the island. So that one, when it is for him, we are going to use what? Alf. And if it is Vo, we are going to use also Alf. And saying that you come from an island is going to be phone, right? So that one we cannot use house. So each common phone, then Malediven, and that one we cannot use house. So anytime that we are talking about an island, don't go and say that each common house, right? It's going to be each common phone. So that's the summary table here. So if it is Vohin, which is where to, we can use the NAC for countries with no article, and we can use in with countries with article, and we can use AL for islands, right? And when it's vo, we can use in, and that one for both countries with no articles and with articles. And we can use ALF too for islands, like if it's about vo, like where do you stay, and you want to say that each one Alf Akosombo Island. That means that I stay on Akosombo Island, right? And we have the Vohe. The Vohe, we can use the Als for countries, and we can use the Fon for islands. So you can come back to it and read through for more clarity, right? If you have any question, you can please ask before I progress. So das Thema für heute ist Verkehrsmittel vergleichen. That is comparing your means of transport. So Nummer 1 ist Verkehrsmittel. Wir haben hier Auto, Bus, Bahn oder Zug, Fahrrad, Flugzeug, Schiff, Motorrad und Roller. So ein Beispiel hier ist Okada und so weiter. Nummer 2 ist dein wichtige Dokumente. So important documents, Führerschein, driver's license, Personal Ausweis oder Reisepass, Kreditkarte mit Vertrag und so weiter. And Vorteile und Nachteile. So we have the Verkehrsmittel, we have Auto. Vorteile von Auto ist flexibel, bequem, gut für Familien. Und Nachteile ist Benzinkosten, Staus, Parkplatzsuche. And the bus, we have günstig, oft verfügbar, right? So verfügbar means that always available. So with the bus, we can always, it's cheap and it's always available. And Nachteile ist überfüllt und manchmal unpünktlich. And Zug, we have schnell, bequem, keine Staus, so it's fast, comfortable, and no traffic. Aber es ist teuer und Verspätungen, which is delays. Fahrrad, we have gesund, umweltfreundlich, kostenlos. It's not expensive and langsam und wetterabhängig. Ein Flugzeug schnell, aber Nachteile ist teuer, umweltschädlich und lange Wartezeiten am Flughafen. And we have Schiff und Fähre, that is the boat and the ship. So entspannt und ideal für Inselreisen, langsam und teuer. And Okada, sehr schnell im Staatsverkehr, günstig. Gefährlich, nicht immer sicher. And Trotro, we have Minibus in Ghana, sehr günstig, oft verfügbar, überfüllt und manchmal unbequem. And we have Boats, das ist bequem, einfach mit dem Handy bestellbar, teuer als öffentliche Verkehrsmittel. Und Nummer 4 ist Verkehrsmittel für verschiedene Situationen. So Arbeit oder Schule, so you use car to work or school. Urlaub und lange Reisen, Einkaufen oder Ausflüge, Insel oder Meerreisen. Und persönliche Meinung und Erfahrungen, right? So some of the experiences that you have. So Sie können durchlesen, ja? Und die Frage für euch heute ist, welche Verkehrsmittel benutzt du am liebsten und warum? So, es gibt hier 4 Stichworte. Nummer 1 ist Auto, Nummer 2 ist Boot, Nummer 3 ist Trotro und Nummer 4 ist Fahrrad. Teil 2 ist dein Schreiben. So, Sie sind jetzt in Deutschland und möchten ein Auto mieten. Schreiben Sie eine E-Mail an eine Autovermietung. Right? Und es gibt hier 3 Fragen und Sie müssen es nutzen, um deinen Brief zu schreiben. Teil 3 ist dein Lesen und gibt es hier 7 Fragen und empfohlene Video. Und Teil 4 ist dein Hören mit 5 Fragen und dein Vokabelliste. So, das ist alles für dieses Kapitel. So, lass uns jetzt mit der Frage für heute anfangen.